and the last 2 times there have been issues. And my first thought was, oh no, I didn't submit a transparent background for this one. Slightly in panic mode but I thought I would show the colors. It's caught so bad I can't even release my needle. It is so cute. Hey guys, so today I got some good news and some bad news. Normally I like to start off with bad news first so that the good news that follows kind of like lightens up the mood, lifts up my spirits. But the bad news I kind of want to talk a little bit in depth about. But the good news is that my UV DTF cup wraps came in and that my hair claws came in. So yay! I've been waiting for those for a while now. For the hair claws, I have to go through each one to make sure nothing's damaged. Basically do a little bit of quality control and count them to make sure that I did get the amount that I ordered. So moving on to the bad news is that I have my cup wraps here. This supplier I've ordered from 5 times, and the last 2 times, so this time and the time before, there have been issues. The time before this one, I ordered UV DTF for bookmarks, and the colors did not turn out how I originally submitted them. Took pictures of it all, sent in a complaint, asked for a refund. They gave me a refund, no biggie, right? So today, when I got my cup wraps in, I'm pulling it out and this is the first thing I see. So obviously a little bit spoiler because this is my spring/Valentine's cup wrap, but it's white. And whenever you submit images to make UV DTF, like decals of any sort, most of the time you're going to want a transparent background. And my first thought was, oh no, I didn't submit a transparent background for this one. And so I was like, okay, let me check the rest of them. Well, as soon as I pulled it out of the box, I immediately saw something wrong. So even if I submitted this with a white background, it still didn't print right. But I was like, let me check everything else. And everything else had like this. Oh, also this is my other design here. I'll show you guys after that. But all my other ones had this funky white background that was like splotchy. Like even here, I don't even know what's going on. And obviously these are, you can't really tell, but these are white flowers. I go to check my order and I did submit my images with a transparent background. And I was so, like, I work in quality. I was in QC and then now I'm in QA. And I'm like, how can someone print this? Like, even look here, look at the shapes of the splotches. Like, how could someone print this, look at it, pack, and think that it's okay to package and send? This prints out and someone looks at it. Someone looks at it and goes, yeah, this is what they ordered, and packages and sends it. Yeah, so I was so mad. Because at first I was like, it's me, it's my fault. I didn't submit transparent background. But yeah, I'm not so mad anymore because that was like a few hours ago. And then I was like slightly in panic mode because I obviously have to find a new supplier because I do not want to continue with this one. And so I reached out to 2 additional suppliers and asked if I could get samples of what their printouts will look like. Both of them said yes. They wouldn't ship till Monday, and I was like, perfectly fine. It is the weekend. Don't work on the weekend. I wasn't even expecting a response. So obviously, I took a picture of all of these, sent it with my complaint, and I asked for a refund. I have no idea what happened with this. This one obviously isn't returnable because it's custom, but I do have to keep it intact just in case they come back with any questions, because I was thinking about it. I can at least cut out the one that is checkered and keeping it on the plastic, of course, wrap it around the cup to make sure that everything aligns exactly like how I wanted. Everything else is obviously going to go in the trash. Yeah, so anyway, that's the bad news. I really hope that my spring launch isn't pushed back because of this, but I just told myself, like, there's probably not even like people waiting for that. For my spring launch. Like, there's, you know, the only person I'm going to disappoint and let down is myself, because I don't think anyone is really like, oh, waiting for my spring drop. Anyway, hopefully the suppliers that I did reach out to, their samples are what I am looking for so that I can order from them. And I guess more good news that I totally forgot because the whole cup wrap thing kind of soured my mood was that I reached out to a different supplier for my fabric and they came in. I'm not like 10 out of 10 for them because this is soft, don't get me wrong. It's very soft, but it's not as soft as the ones I get from Joann's. It's just that Joann's is so unreliable with what they keep in stock. One of the employees was telling me that they can't reorder fabric that is out. They're basically at the mercy of corporate and whatever corporate sends them. So I thought that was kind of ridiculous, but I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't know the thinking behind it. It didn't make sense to me. But I thought I would show the colors on camera, or at least right now on my phone. This looks blue. But in real life, it's teal. The type of teal that I would have preferred would be a little bit more green. And even on their website, it looks a little bit more green. It looks just straight blue, but no, this is a teal color. A little bit green and some blue. It's still a very pretty color though. I got this color. This is supposed to be lilac, which it just looks like a light purple to me. So I am a little bit disappointed with this because the lilac color that they had online was a very light pink purple color. Not too much pink, but you could tell that there was some in there, and so that's why I really wanted it. But this is just like a light purple, so I'm not so sure what to do with it because I'm not really fond of this color, but I don't really want to go through the hassle of returning it, and I don't even know if I can return it. And then I got this dark green color. It's a hunter green color. I really like green. Green is my favorite color. I don't know if other people would like it, but I thought this would be a really nice accent color, at least if people didn't like the full solid. Although I will offer full solid because I think this color is really pretty. And then I got this dusty rose color. And then I got this burgundy. And then I got this navy blue color. I also want to show you guys my hair clips that came in. I won't show all of them because when I do my spring launch, I want to have a spring product video introduction type thing. So I don't want to give away too many spoilers. So I ordered quite a few of these plastic hair claws, and I also ordered some like gold metal hair claws. Those ones haven't come in yet. I don't quite remember how many different styles and colors I ordered, but there are quite a few. These are just the first ones I saw in the box. So I really like, it's like a marble color. Whenever I buy stuff like this, I like literally will test it like as if I'm going to use it because I don't want it to break. This one's just like a matted solid. And then this one, I really like, I don't know what kind of shape this is, but I think it's so cute. But this one also is like a marble color. But yeah, I think these turned out really good. It's glossy, I don't know if you can tell. These two are glossy. This one's matted. I'm satisfied with these. These turned out really good. Hey guys, so it's been a little bit over a week since I last filmed. Since then, I've gotten with a new supplier for my cup wraps and I ordered a sample and the sample turned out good. So I think I'm going to go with this new supplier instead. I ordered a sample from a third supplier as well, but those samples are stuck in Texas, so I don't know when I'm actually going to get them, so I'm just going to go with the second supplier instead. So I went and ordered those cup wraps today, and hopefully I get them by next week. But what I'm going to do today to keep the ball rolling is that I'm going to cut and sew some scrunchies. So today I'm going to do this blue, this purple, the green, and this teal. This vlog probably won't be a very chatty one because I do have quite a bit I need to do before my spring launch, and actually I got accepted into a Valentine's pop-up February 8th, so that's happening in 2 weeks. So I've got to make the most out of my time now because actually that's in 3 weeks, but one of my weekends is going to be taken up because the Lunar New Year is around the corner. It's pretty early this year. It's normally in February, but I will be busy doing that. I still need to take all my product photos, take all of my pictures for social media, and yeah, it's still a lot that I have to do that I can't do just because of like the timing of everything. But yeah, let's just get to cutting.
Show
Okay, so I have all of my fabric cut, and I just gotta get some matching thread, and then I'm gonna sew them. Let me actually show you guys where I keep my sewing supplies. So these storage shelves here actually have like my printable vinyl here. I have my regular vinyl here. I've got some scrap fabric, my like bookmark stuff here, and then on top is some more vinyl that just doesn't fit in the shelves. And then in this cute little box I have my sewing supplies here that I separated with just a piece of cardboard. But I have all of my thread here, I have my bobbins here, I've got some miscellaneous tools for my sewing machine, some pins. I'm old school, so I still use pins, even though I think I want to switch over to like the clips because those are a little bit faster. But I'm old school, I like to use pins. I just feel like it holds it in place better. But then I have like my scissors and everything, which I don't have a need for these, not yet anyway, because my sewing machine has like a little thing on it already to cut the thread, and I also have like a small pair of scissors to cut the thread. Scrunchie display I showed you all in the last vlog. That pattern might be on hold because they actually discontinued that floral fabric that I buy, which is a huge bummer. The purple one actually sold really well last summer for me, which would make sense because when I was going through all my inventory, I was like, I have blues and I have reds, but where's the purple? And that's because I used it all because that scrunchie sold so well. But when I tried to find it again, I could find the red. Well, actually, it's not even red. Yeah, so it's orange, not red, which is why the red wasn't matching. That was my mistake, but I did find an orange that does match. But anyway, yeah, I went back to go buy more of the purple fabric, and I found the red and I found the blue. I couldn't find the stinking purple. So I looked online for it, and lo and behold, it's discontinued, which really sucks because it is so pretty. Okay, so I had actually stopped recording the sewing the purple one because this thread right here is terrible. Like, it kept breaking, it kept getting caught, and now it's caught so bad that I can't even, oh my gosh, and of course my camera's focusing on my finger. It's caught so bad I can't even release my needle. This is super frustrating working with these type of thread that get caught, that break or whatever. And like, I don't even know why some colors do this because it's all the same brand of thread. I've noticed with the pinks and the purples, it always gets caught. I have no idea. But literally it's taken me like 40 minutes to sew just 4 of these tubes, when the green and the teal took me like maybe 15. But yeah, I just wanted to turn you guys back on to show you my troubles. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to release the needle because it is not releasing and it is not going back to the home station. And needless to say, I'm going to stop sewing with the purple thread and I'm just going to toss it because this is not worth my precious time. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna figure this out and then I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, so what I did to release the needle was that I just manually grabbed it and pushed it up. From what I read, I should have been able to just do that easily, but because it was stuck so bad down here, I didn't use a lot of strength because I didn't want to break it. But since from what I read, you should be able to just manually push it up anyway, I just did it. I did it. I didn't hear anything snap. I have no idea why it was stuck, but if anybody else has a brother sewing machine and it gets caught, you should just be able to manually lift up the needle head.
One day we'll set away bell sounds to kiss a girl. When the rainbow's over, you kiss, no one needs to know. It's like a dream I dream, built a path for you, for you. Oh my, oh oh, la 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 la, bright moonlight, only one that I take from starlight. Night singing far into.
Okay, so switching gears a little bit, something that I need to do is sublimate my tumblers with these new tumbler designs for my spring drop. So let me get to printing a few more. So for my spring drop, I only had 2 new tumbler designs because I think nowadays people like to get bigger tumblers from what I've seen. I want to sell all of my skinny ones first before I buy anything else. So this is the first one. And then this is the second one. They're very, very similar, but the style of the flower is different. I personally like this one better because it's more of like a cutesy theme. But this one, it looks like a little bit more realistic. But both of them are still super cute. So I'm hoping that the colors turn out well. I don't really know if this part is necessary, but I do spray it with alcohol and wipe it down just to make sure that it adheres and that there's nothing on the surface, because with sublimation, if anything is on your surface, like if it's lint, a piece of string, whatever, for some reason it just does not come off. It is soaked into whatever you sublimated onto. So, and also I've had my tumbler press since September, maybe even before September, because that's when I launched my shop. And I remember reading the review saying, oh, it really stinks, but that the smell eventually goes away. Granted, I haven't used it very much, but the smell has not gone away. So whenever I sublimate, I do it outside. Right now, the temperature is very cold. It's like only in the single digits, and the real feel is like negative something. Earlier today, it was like -11, but I'm probably still gonna go outside because it's just too stinky, too smelly for me. Okay, so let me cut this to size.
The day when you left me, you told me a few things. You're always too needy, you ask too much of me. When I take my eyes off of you for a second, you will get angry, say something a bit mean. I hold my tears, grab your arm like a lifeline, swallow the words on the tip of my tongue, start the conversation with you're right, I'm sorry, and then end our day with, so will you forgive me? All I want is something sweeter than your heart, Pamyangging, Pamyangging. All I need is something as sweet as the love, Pamyangging, Pamyangging. Yeah, the day when you left me, you told me a few things. You're always too needy, you want too much from me. No, I've always wanted this one thing, oh trust me, just one thing, the only sweet, oh sweet Pamyangging. All I want is something sweeter than your heart, Pamyangging, Pamyangging. All I need is something as sweet as your love, Pamyangging, Pamyangging. Yeah, you fill the table with fancy stuffs when all that I wanted was love want too much from me. No, I've always wanted this one thing, oh trust me, just one thing, the only sweetest sweet onion game.
Okay guys, I set up my tumbler press outside, 3 degrees outside, but the real feel is like -6. I don't think my tumbler press is actually going to reach up to temperature because it is so freaking cold outside. If not, I will have to bring it inside to do it. Hopefully it will reach to temperature, but oh boy, it is freezing. Okay, so I'm done. Thank goodness I was only doing 4 tumblers because I just wrapped myself in a blanket and sat outside the whole time. It is freezing. So I'm going to unwrap this, and I always get so nervous every single time I do this. Like, I don't think I will ever not be nervous because, you know, with sublimation, you don't know if you messed up until it's already been made, and like there's no way of fixing it really. So, but I think it should be okay because one good sign of sublimation is that if you can see your print through the paper, it took well. So far, it's looking okay. Oh my gosh! It is so cute. It is so cute! Okay, even the bottom sublimated really well. There's like no bleeding or fading or anything, but look at this tumbler. It is so stinking cute. Hopefully people like it as much as I like it. I'll go ahead and peel the other design. Oh, this one is starting to look so good too. I don't know how people can just like rip the paper off. It never works out for me. I always struggle, like how I'm struggling right now. Oh, this one looks really good too. The colors on this one turned out better. More vibrant maybe? I don't know. I don't know the word that I'm trying to say right now. But look at the colors on this one. This one, the colors just came out so much more vibrant, and I'm not sure why because I put the settings the same, but you see what I'm saying? How like these flowers look like more realistic while this one is more cutesy. So even though it's like the same theme, flowers, and it's kind of like made the same where you've got all these accent flowers or accent greenery. So the last thing I'm going to do tonight is to put these necklaces on my necklace cards. My new ones came in that have my current logo on it, and I reordered some more stock. Normally after like tagging everything, I go ahead and I just throw it in like a little baggie. I'm actually running low on the necklace bags, but I don't think I'm going to reorder these. I feel like I kind of jumped the gun whenever I ordered my jewelry bags like this because, well, for one, it doesn't have my current logo on it, but that's a totally different thing. But I think I just jumped the gun on this. I think it's not really necessary to have these bags. I only remember one customer making a comment about how the bags were nice because it was going to be inside of a stocking stuffer. But I mean, other than that, I don't think people care. Maybe one day when my jewelry line is bigger and I'm selling more and financially it just makes sense to buy these, then I will. But for now, I think once these are all out, I will not restock. Let me show you guys the necklaces that I did reorder. This pearl necklace one, people really liked. I didn't think I had actually sold out of this, but I did. I reordered this one. It's the necklace with the bar. People also really liked this one. This one is one of my favorites too, actually. And then the last one that I restocked is the heart pendant one. This one actually sold really well at one of the elementary school holiday markets that I did. So yeah, I restocked on this one too. Okay, so this is definitely going to take a minute because I gotta take them all out of the baggies. So because I bring all of my jewelry to the markets that I go to, I just write the price on the jewelry cards. I know it doesn't like look the best, especially since my handwriting's not all that cute, but it's just having another sign displaying the price of the jewelry is just more space on my table, and there's not really a good way for me to add the price of the jewelry and like the scrunchies together, since my jewelry is usually next to my scrunchies. So I figured just having it on the card is like the best way. I think about my table display a lot, like so much research, looking through Instagram, Pinterest, Google, goes like just looking for ideas for my table display. I do want it to be like attractive and people have like a good shopping experience, but when it really comes down to it, as long as I can get people to my table, I don't think they look at the details. I don't think they really care all that much. So for little details like this, I'm not gonna worry about it. My first market of the year is going to be at a distillery that I've never visited or even heard of before, even though it's been around since like the 1800s. I really hesitated about this one because the application said you get approximately an 8x8, which is already less than like the standard 10x10. And then when I did get accepted, the email confirmation said you're guaranteed at least an 8x6, and I was like, the price obviously isn't prorated, whether you get an 8x6 or an 8x8. And I think it was kind of expensive for that price. It is the Saturday before the Super Bowl, and if I'm fortunate enough, my team will be going to the Super Bowl, which will be great because then I think people will buy some of my stuff. It's also before Valentine's Day, and so I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just do it. But because the space is a lot smaller, the table space is a lot smaller, I had to really decide what products will I take, because I obviously can't take everything. And my brother also sells his handmade jewelry at these events too, and so I want him to have space as well. Once I complete my mock setup, I'll grab you guys and show you, but so far I think what I have is going to work. But that day's gonna be long. It's from 11 to 7. I hope I make more than my booth money, because I paid $95 plus an application fee of $10, so $105. It would be so sad if I didn't make $105 in 8 hours. It's actually more than 8 hours because I always include my setup time. Probably gonna be like a 10-hour day. Yeah, as long as I make my booth money, I'm good with that.